Guys, it's 4:17 p.m. It is Tuesday. It is the last day of September. Spooky season is upon us. Although it's still in the 80s here where I'm at. Today was 84 degrees. Pretty much I've got 84 degrees indefinitely for the rest of my life. No, I'm just kidding. It's 84 degrees for the rest of this week. And next week they're saying it's going to get into the 70s. But they said that last week, I think, or a couple weeks ago. But who knows, guys? They lie. Anyways, representing the orange. I know you can't see the back of my cell phone, but it's an orange cover. Just imagine, use your head. Let me pause for a second. Unpause. Anyways, so this video is just a real quick one about, did I chain? Did I not chain? Not trying to leave you guys hanging like a chain. Oh, I'm just kidding. So there was one other chain, guys. Of course, you know about, I'm kind of interested in a smaller, like real small tricolor rope again, but just to kind of put it away. But there was one other chain that I was kind of curious about. I've been on the fence about, and I've been watching gold and everything go up. You guys know I like to stack, right? So I've got the 3.2 millimeter right here, heavy link. And then I've got a 5.5 Jacoji curb, 24 inches, 23 inches. And I love the way that this looks. Or I've been pairing a 22 inch Figaro, 3.2 millimeter with the 3.2 millimeter heavy link. Now you guys always remember heavy links, round chains, all that stuff, ropes, Sprinkos look bigger than flats. Okay, I mean, for instance, 3.2, 5, of course this does look bigger, but does that really look like a 3.2 versus a 5, right? So, and excuse me, my, I feel kind of stopped up, guys. Allergies are a killer around here right now. So I was on the edge or on the fence, whatever you want to call it, about one other chain. And I, of course, wanted an 18 karat. I've always thought, man, it would be cool if it had a 22 karat. Well, somebody in the group had posted that Saints Gold did have this chain in 22 karat gold. And I thought, maybe I should buy that. However, you know, the prices are a little bit better on Jacoji.com. He doesn't offer 22 karat and a 3.5 millimeter baby curb. And so I got on his site last night, and I've been on, like, been kind of looking at this chain for a minute. And I've been kind of back and forth between, should I try to purchase, you know, the 22 inch, 22 karat, 3.5 millimeter heavy link just to wear all the time. It would weigh around 30 grams. But I thought, you know what, what I'd rather do is I would rather kind of go through Braden, I think, and I'll get an 18 karat gold one. The price is a lot better at the moment on that one. So I placed an order and yesterday morning, and it did this thing, and it came up and it showed me like an order thing, but I never got an email. I didn't get an order number. And this has happened once before, but he kind of fixed it for me. So I had messaged him and asked, you know, hey, you know, I did an order. Did it go through? Guys, I have a customer coming in. Let me see what's going on. Hopefully I don't have to make this a 2-part video. I'm back. Did you miss me? But anyways, what I was saying is, I really, guys, I've always liked having a chain that was kind of a self-fitting. That's why I even, you know, I do the 23 inches, and Daniel Jewelry Inc., my biggest one, the 9 millimeter they ever made, was a 25. And my 7 millimeter rope that I had, that was super important, was cut down to a 21. So you see where I'm going here. Thought 22 might be okay. You know, I have that Figaro, the 3.2 millimeter, 18 karat gold Figaro, it's 10 grams. But man, a baby curb, there's just nothing almost like it. So I hit up Trevor in Hawaii, shout out to you, because the first time I ever saw a 7mm baby curb, that was Braden was doing a video about grabbing it because he had talked him into getting 18 karat, and it was showing how, you know, he shipped it, how fast he waited and did all this other stuff, made the card. So I had messaged Trevor, excuse me, guys, and pretty much, you know, we're in agreement that the 7mm is a beast, but this 5.5 is just almost like an everyday, and he's a lot smaller than me, guys. This 24-inch that I'm wearing would probably be down to him on here. He's a lot smaller than me. But I asked him about the 3.5 because something subtle, you know. Plus, you guys know that I'm stacking, right? I want to make sure that my chains are something that I could wear multiple amount of times, different things. So I thought, okay, a 3.5mm would look really good at 22 inches, which is 3.2mm, because essentially, of course, this is the big one, but we'd be doing this look, but this one would be a 3.5mm with the 3.2, and you know, round links look bigger. I was like, oh, cool, sweet. Then I thought, okay, well, the 3.5, I could actually double it up and pair both at 22 inches, or both are 18 karat, and just wear that, like a the two chain stack at the same length. So I'd have two 22 inches, both flat links. That would kind of look cool, you know, because you're gonna get that design of the Figaro, but you're gonna get the thickness and everything and you know, the fullness of the Jacoji or baby curb. So that's kind of what I was talking about. And guys, I'm kind of confused because I got called in to work and stuff. I've got to do the 6-day week where it's like 50 something hours. And so I did the order and I did the video, and a lot of you, that's why I'm doing this, because a lot of you, Alex, Ricky, Ryan, guys, you hitting me up, Chris, asking me what chain. Chris, you may not have asked, I don't know. What chain was I getting, you know, trying to think. And I kept saying, well, I don't know if I'm getting one or not, that there was some kind of glitch or something in the system because it shows my credit card's pending. Well, so I emailed Braden, and I know he's super busy, so I kind of waited and waited. And, you know, I went back and looked because I was going to ask him, do I need to reorder this chain? You know, it went up $60. So I was like, what? You know, and because gold's gone up. So I knew that was like, dang it, in my luck. But I know that, you know, it's something that, you know, if I were to be like, Braden, you know, I was literally trying to make this order earlier, you know, I believe he believes me that he would just take care of it. Well, I've been waiting and stuff, and now the 24 and the 22 inch show sold out on the site, which they could have been sold out. They could be incoming. I'm not really sure. I do know that so I don't know because I haven't heard from Braden yet, but if my other order went through, then I should be getting a 22 inch, 18 karat, 25 gramish baby curb. And again, you know, the 22 and a 24, that's kind of like this stack. I really like a 23 and a 24, or a 22 and a 24, which, guys, would be more like this, okay? And I thought, you know what, 25 grams ain't gonna be too bad, and 22 inches would be awesome. You can just wear it all the time, kind of like what I'm doing the Figaro. And it's even to the point where it's like, man, if you get this other chain and you love it and you don't wear it as a pair with the Figaro very much, you know, you are getting stuff that you always want to have. And yes, you know, you're about your journey and where you started and where you come from and where you're heading and who you are and blah, 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 lifetime movie crap. Anyways, I thought, okay, I really want that chain. I think it would look cool because also I have a 22 inch, 2mm heavy link. And I like pairing that heavy link, that heavy cable link, with the 3.2mm Figaro. Kind of think it looks cool, just those two by themselves. However, I like the look with I'm having them make me a 22 karat Boss Cross, mini Boss Cross. But of course I can wear any pendant on there, guys. I wore an angel on it the other day. I thought about wearing my daughter's name in the script, a mini script today. Anyways, I went with this because I wanted to wear my Jacoji curve today. or baby curb or whatever you want to call it. So I was super excited, and I went to place the order again, and those are sold out. So I looked up and seen if anyone had done a review on the 22 karat ones from Saints, and they have had them for a while. Literally meaning that they were a butt ton cheaper, even though they were more expensive. I think it's like 18 months ago. I can't remember, but imagine the cost of what that would have cost now. Because I don't really talk about prices, but if you look at how much those cost now, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have any kind of codes for Saints Gold. There's meaning like sometimes they'll do like specials and stuff like that. So I'm just hoping that maybe they'll do one. At the same time, gold spiking. It was like $1 billion before I got on here. It was actually, I think it said 3,876 or something like that. But anyways, guys, it's going to hit 3,900, probably this week. Maybe not, but it might. So I just wanted, I was like, oh man, that 22 karat gold chain would really be cool, but it's like you're putting a lot of money into one chain that you may not even wear all the time. Because I'm going to tell you, if it was a chain and I didn't have, what I'm doing now, I would probably jump on that 22 karat gold chain. I would put it on. I would wear it all the time, try to rock it, wear it with different things. Now I'm just, I'm one of those people that I've tried to feel like if things are meant to be, then they're meant to be, but if they're not, they're not. And yes, I would love, because that's kind of been my thing, I would love to have a 22 karat gold chain that I could just rock all the time. And what better than that? It would weigh like 30 grams. So 22 inches, 30 grams. We're at 36 here. So, for the 23 inch. So it shouldn't be too bad. And we're talking 22 karat. And this is what these things do, is they just shine. Now this chain's already gone up $400 over since I've gotten it, guys, and I just got it. So that's, again, why we've been doing these videos, why I've done them, because it's one of the things where, hey, don't make the mistakes that I made. If you're on the fence about this, just get the dang thing, I hope, the 22 karat gold, it's two totally different things here. So it's like, if I get the baby curb in 18 karat, then I feel like, well, I got a really good price on it. Because gold had gone up and everything else, and it's a good deal, and I felt comfortable with it. And plus, it's everything I've got is going to be pretty much 18, except that 122 karat, heavy cable link. But then I started thinking, well, if you have a 22 karat, we're kind of talking about a chain in its own now. You've got a very special 22 karat gold chain that's 92% gold, and you're just, wear it all the time, or you don't have to wear it, or even if it's sitting in a thing, it's just sitting there probably gaining money on itself. But that was my thing. And so I really like this look or hookup, or whatever you want to call it, setup. But I don't like it like that. But I thought, well, maybe I could get it a little smaller looking, or, a little cleaner looking, or whatever. Because I do love this look, guys. But I thought maybe if it was, this is a little too big chain for me. It's a little too thick for what I would want to do. So I would rather have the thin chain. See, that one's fine with me. But that's kind of what I'm debating. Because, I wear a lot of these hoodies. So when you're wearing a 23 inch, that's what this is. Looks like this. Now on me, a 22 inch, we're talking up here. So do I really want to pay a lot of money for something that's, not going to give me the look that I want all the time? And that was kind of it. The 22 karat would be something where it's like, if I went in on that, it would be one where I don't care if your neck's getting ready to fall and your head's not even being able to hold up anymore. You're just going to have to wear it. The 18 karat gold one that I tried to order from Jacoji. I've had the 18 karat 7 millimeter, 4 millimeter, 5.5 millimeter, and I think it'd be really cool, to have that in 3.5, because, It weighed 25, not 30. That 22 weighed 30, okay? But 25 grams. And so I thought, I could throw it on and wear it. Like, even if I wanted this whole look, because sometimes, guys, I've been wearing that third chain here. Like, if I'm wearing a jersey or something, trying to have a little bit of extra fun or a little extra oomph. But sometimes when you get two small chains, even though that looks good, every once in a while, one may be hanging over here or that, because, everything gets rolling. So if I just had one bigger one, and I thought, with this 3.2 millimeter heavy link, it's going to already look better or bigger than a 3.2. Let's make an example, baby curb. So a baby curb at 3.5 is probably going to look really good right here. And then also wearing that baby curb and then putting a pendant on this, or, this is 23 inches, having the baby curb at 22, or having the baby curb at 22 and wearing the 22-inch heavy cable link with a pendant. So I don't know if the chain's ordered or not. I am not really going to push forward with ordering one from Saints Gold or anything, because if my relationship with Braden is a lot different than probably what it would be with Jacoji, or Saints Gold. And by that, I don't mean that I would get extra special treatment. I just mean that Braden has always treated me a certain way, even before I ever spent $1 there. Same thing kind of was the other. So I'm kind of back and forth on it. If they had a code and I could get it a little bit cheaper, guys, I probably would have already pulled the trigger. If it was about $500 cheaper, I would have got the 22 karat and not look back. But again, so if I got the 18 karat gold one, it would be super cool. It would be a really cool look. However, if I got that 22 karat gold, that's just a whole different setup. They are absolutely gorgeous. They're beautiful chains. And so that's what I was thinking. It was like, man, if you got a 22 inch, because I even have a 24 inch, but then I wouldn't be able to pair it much, right? And it's a thinner one. And so I wouldn't want it. Maybe 23, but then, so it would have to be a 22 inch. And I just, I really want it, but I'm trying to be smart about any of these decisions or purchases, because we're not just going to buy something and then get sick of it and get rid of it. If, it's almost a marriage now, putting a ring on it. So putting a ring on the ring. So if I want a necklace, I've really got to want that necklace. So today with the 18 karat gold, and if that doesn't go through, it's no big deal. There was a glitch. I understand it's happened before. I just got lucky last time the chains were still in stock. If not, no hard feelings to Braden, no, Jacoji. However, that is like the one chain, guys. I don't know if I should get it or not. If you guys all want to send me the money to order it, that would be great. I'll give you my address or my PayPal, whatever. But no, I was on the ledge there, because of course you can use Affirm and stuff like that. So you don't even have to pay all for it at once. You get interest-free payments. Just, do I want to do that right now? Do I want that coming out, and to be responsible? So we'll see. I'm about 50-50, guys, just to be completely honest with you. 50% of me is order the 22 inch, 22 karat, and man, you've got a really cool chain. It's not going to be something that's like this, but it's something that you could wear all the time, no matter what the occasion. So if I'm wearing a suit or something, I'd really, that's going to be under there too, but it's going to be more, casual. If I'm swimming or something like that, I've got that looser or that, smaller chain on. So the other 50% of me is like, I just don't give a rip anymore. I don't care, or I'm happy enough with the Figaro to be okay. I just really want to get one of those in my hands. I really want to see it. I'm such a baby curb lover. And the fact that that's 22 karat, where do you go from there? And they're so beautiful and shiny, and they're Italian made. So I'm on the edge of that, but that is a lot of money, okay? So we'll see. Again, 50-50, I don't know, guys. I'm going to give it a lot of thought and meditation. We'll see. Because part of me says if I do buy it, and like I said, I would, pair it up with the Figaro. Part of me says I would need to sell the Figaro to make it financially feasible. And we're not trying to sell stuff. So look at this guy coming down the road. What up with that? But we'll see. I don't really know where I'm going to go from there. I did hit up Saints Gold and ask if they had any kind of code. They probably will get back to me, but probably with a no. I don't know. I haven't had the best of luck before, but they sent me a hat, 5 months ago or 6 months ago, and I liked it. That was cool. So, guys, if I buy the baby curb from you, the 22 karat, I'll wear the hat. I'm telling you, okay? And it'd be kind of weird because that was the first place that I actually ever bought any gold jewelry online anyway. Well, yeah, that's a lie. I mean, I did the Amazon or a gold and stuff. But when you're talking about what used to be a good price, they were always very competitive with Jacoji. Hawaiian rope chains is always very competitive and are even better price, guys, just all around, Saints Gold, I believe, changed their system to how they price things to where it just changes daily and it's got a certain spread and that's just what they keep. So anyways, we're getting into a long video. I know some of you like them, some of you hate them. Some of you would rather have short videos. Some of you would rather have long videos. They're in between, guys. So if you're sitting there and you're bored and you're at work, this helps me talking to you guys. It helps me watching your guys' videos when you make videos. I love them. I love watching jewelry videos. You guys are great. So, I know I will also try to do, say I bought that, I would do a long video talking about it, showing a bunch of stuff. But then I would also do kind of a straight to the point, hey, this is what it looks like. These are the end caps. This is it on me kind of video. So this one, I wanted to kind of talk to you and let you guys know what was going on, that I did place an order, but I don't know if it went through. I haven't really got a hold of Braden. Gold spiking, and I did find it at 22 karat, so I might purchase that, but I don't know yet. And so I'm just going to relax, breathe, and if I end up buying it, I buy it. If I don't, I don't. But you guys will be one of the first ones to know. So have a very good day, and to the football fans out there, guys, man, that Tyreek Hill injury, that was gruesome. If you guys saw him on the cart, I think he's thinking he's out of Miami. So he looked like he was screaming yes, and he was pretty happy. But dislocated knee and torn ligaments and an ACL. Had a surgery, doing pretty well. Tyreek, of course, was drafted by the Chiefs, guys, so he's Missouri, and even though he left, and I get it. Money's money. It is what it is. So much love to you all. Enjoy your day. It is now 4:42. I've got like an hour left. So you guys have a good one, okay? Peace.